Welcome back, everyone. Before spring break, we were practicing adding and subtracting tens. So for today's lesson, what we're going to do is we're first going to review what we learned that previous week. And by doing that, I'm going to click on a quick check for us to complete. There we go. Okay, so here are my two number sentences that we're going to practice solving for our quick check. 40 plus 20 and 40 take away 30. So looking at the 40 plus 20, what number do I need to build first with my 10 frame cards? That's right, we need to build 40. So I'm going to take 4 of these. Let's count by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40. Now I'm not done. It says my number sentence is 40 plus 20. What number do I need to build next? That's right, 20, which is 2 tenths. So let me count. So I have 10, 20. Now, once again, I'm going to have you type in the corner, how many total tens do I have, or what's my number that I built? I see a lot of people type 60. Let's check. Ready? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So my sum is 60. Let's try this one just to review. So I'm going to take it down and I'm going to pull all of those back down just so we can use them all. There we go. So first of all, let's think. What number should we build first as I pull those down? And when you know, type it in the side box. That's right, we're going to start with our 40. So in order to do 40, I need to build 4 tens. Ready? 10, 20, 30, 40. Now, am I going to add more tens or take away tens? Click your answer. That's right, I'm going to take away tens. I'm going to take away 30 tens. Let's take away 30. 10, 20, 30. Now, in the side box, type what number is my difference, or what's left after I took the 3 tens or 30 away. That's right, 10, because I can count the dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And so I'm going to type a 10 in here. Great job, everyone, helping me with my guided practice or my warm-up before we begin. So now that we've reviewed what we went over before spring break, we are going to continue our journey with numbers by completing the following objective. Repeat after me. I will combine single-digit numbers to make a group of 10. Now let's look at some of those underlined words in our objective. Single-digit numbers. Single-digit numbers are numbers that only have one number in the ones place. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Those are all single-digit numbers. Next one, tens. Let's review what that means. Tens are numbers where there's a 0 in the ones place, but a number in the tens place. And you usually see 2 numbers next to each other. Let's review those. Ready? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So now that we know this, we've gone over our 1s as single-digit numbers and our 10s as being two-digit numbers. Our job is to use our single-digit numbers to build a new 10, and that 10 is going to be 30. And how we're going to do this is we are going to play the game Add It Up. And here is how we play Add It Up. So first thing first, we need to pick a single-digit number. Number 2. We then need to build on the number by dragging squares. And step 3, we need to finally count all the squares and record that square in the box. Now to complete these steps, we're going to follow the I do, where teacher does one, a we do, where we try to do one together, and last but not least, we get ready for the you do, where you get to work on this skill independently. So in order to get ready for this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit escape, and I'm going to go right over to my I do to model these steps for you. So here's my I do. So I know that here it says built number and total. I have a bunch of squares. I have numbers to choose from. And I have a number pad where I can build. So I need to look at step 1. And step 1 says pick a single digit number. So looking at my box down here, I see I'm going to pick, how about 6? So I'm going to pick 6. So I'm going to go with my mouse and I'm going to type a 6 right in this box. 6. Perfect. Okay, now I've picked 6, and because this is my first round, I'm not building on, but rather I'm just going to build this number. So this is like my starting round. So count along with me as you watch me move my squares. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I built my 6, and because this is my starting round, I'm going to put my total as 6 because I haven't built on yet, because I need to put a number in there to start with. So now, knowing that, let's actually get this game started. So I now, once again, have to go with step 1, and I need to pick a single digit number. So let's see, I chose 6 my first time. This time I'm going to go a little smaller. How about 4? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 4 here so I don't forget. And then I'm ready for step 2, where I need to build on the number. And the built on number that I need to build off of is 6. So you see I have my 6 right here. But I need to add 4 more to that. So I'm going to take my mouse again, and you're going to count with me as I add my 4 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I'm not going to type 4 in here because now I can actually complete step number 3. And that is count all the squares. So let's look. How many total squares do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because I counted 10 squares, I'm going to put a 10 here. And remember, I'm trying to get to 30. So I'm not quite there yet. So now that you've seen me get to our 3 steps by first starting us out with a number and then being able to pick a single digit number, build on that number with the squares, and then count on the squares, it's our turn to try one together. So let's take a look. So a number I want to pick this time is, how about if we go big and go for 9? So I'm going to type 9 in here. On the side, I want you guys to type in how many boxes am I going to add to my number pad. If I typed in 9 as my number I want to build, how many boxes do I going to add to my number pad? That's right, 9. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my squares and let's do 9 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and last but not least, 9. Okay, so we just did step 2. And step 2 required us to build on our number. And we know we built on the number 10. Now, you are ready for step 3. And in step 3, if you remember, is we need to count all the squares. So, looking at our screen, how many total squares do I have? Once you have your answer, type it in the side. All right, let's check it out. So the way I can do that is I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So my answer is 19. So I'm going to put that there. Wow, great job, guys. So remember, what I'm going to keep doing is I'm going to keep picking a number from the ones digits. I'm going to type that number I want to build. I'm going to build onto this number, and then I'm going to count all my squares and type that in my second column. So now let's take a peek at the independent practice. So what you're going to do is you're going to go into your Google Classroom and you will have an independent added up sheet. And it will look just like mine, where you have the built number, total, and then you're going to keep going down until you get to 30. Because remember, you are building up to 30. Now, you may not exactly get 30, so I put a little more than 30 squares, and that's okay. 31's okay and 32's okay, but we don't want anything much more than that. So make sure to complete this sheet in your Google Classroom assignments after watching my film. And also remember, when you start out, you're just going to build the number and then put that same number there. All right, so you guys may be wondering, gee, Mrs. M, that was an interesting lesson. Why is it important that we should know how to add smaller numbers together to make a group of 10 or a larger number? Being able to do such a task is an important skill because it helps us realize that larger numbers, believe it or not, are made up of smaller numbers. For example, 16 can be made up of 10 and 6. And 6 could be made up of 4 and 2. All right, thank you so much for watching my film and have fun playing Add It Up.